the affirmative team ready?
Yes.
And my partner? Judge. The first thing I'd like to get to here, because it is so important, is the fact that the affirmative team is actually not upholding the resolution. Not upholding the resolution. Thus, it is untoppable. The RFS is actually a fuel policy and is not an agriculture policy, as stated in the resolution, which is the United States federal government should substantially reform an agricultural or food safety policy in the United States. The RFS and the impact of this, the reason this matters is that it is unfair to the round, and it is and we will actually not be learning anything about agriculture in this round, considering it is not an agriculture policy. I want to move on to some disadvantages to their plan. The first one that I have is that ethanol actually supports jobs. Ethanol supports jobs. Ethanol is used because it boosts octane, not just because of the federal mandate. Oh, no. Wrong piece of evidence. Okay. Ethanol supports 386,000 jobs. This is by Dr. John M. Urchebunk. This is on name, 2014. Jobs are created from the economic activity supported by ethanol production. While ethanol production is not a labor-intensive industry, accounting for about 12,000 full-time equivalent direct jobs nationwide, the indirect and induced jobs supported by ethanol production, construction activity, agriculture, and R&D are included. The ethanol industry supported more than 386,000 jobs in 2013. So we can obviously see that even though their case is not a topical, voting for an affirmative ballot will actually be losing all of these jobs. I want to move on to the fact that they have no solvency, actually, as well, because the ethanol usage would continue because it's economical to do so, and because they're actually not stopping ethanol production. This is by Dr. Robert Weisner in 2015. This is an additional factor besides government mandates that will very likely encourage continued ethanol production, even if wholesale prices equal or modestly exceed those of gasoline. The petroleum industry uses ethanol to upgrade the octane content of gasoline to acceptable levels. Ethanol at 2/3 the energy content of gasoline, but its much higher octane content adds value beyond just energy content. Other additives can be used to upgrade gasoline's octane content, but they appear to be more expensive than ethanol at current ethanol and crude oil prices. And now that I've got over these arguments, I'd like to go back to my topicality argument and say that just because ethanol is made from corn does not make it topical and does not make it in agriculture policies, considering that the RFS actually is a fuel policy. And because of all these reasons, I do not need to respond to all of their inherency arguments, which they failed to tag. But my partner will in his next speech. And for all of these reasons, I urge a negative ballot. Thank you. Open for cross-examination.
You gonna time it?
Definitely.
Now, I would like to ask you questions for 20 minutes.
Sadly, it's only 7.
Yes.
And the time has started.
Would you agree that corn is made from?
No. Would you agree that ethanol is made from corn?
I would agree, but as I've said in my speech, that does not make it topical, since it is
Thank you.
not, since the RFS is not an agriculture policy.
Thank you. Okay. So,
Would you agree that
a large amount of our feed crop is corn?
I would agree, but you have not brought up any evidence to support that either, so.
We you may or may not bring that up.
Yes?
Yes?
I'm sorry. I did not write down questions.
It's okay, we've all been there.
Yes.
I think that is all.